Insights with Terri Ep.210, a weekly look through the eyes of predictive astrologer Terri Ep.210. Here's Terri.
Hi everybody, this is Terri, and you're listening to Insights with Terri Ep.210. Thank you for joining me. We are going to explore the week of March the 23rd through the 30th, 2025. So much going on, eh kids? You just don't know which way to turn, which is true. The terrifying thing that I think, for me anyway, is trying to dig for the truth, to know what is true. And then that goes back, I believe, to what's in our heart. I firmly believe that the truth is known to us. I think that inside of us, we know what's true and what's not true. You can feel what's right and what doesn't feel good, what's wrong. And I think we're coming into a time where maybe so much information coming at us is so conflicting and so conflicted that the only thing that we're going to be able to rely on with any accuracy is what is in your heart. What do things look like? What do things really feel like? Yes, we'll have to try to self-educate as much as we can, getting a robust resource so that we can look at all sides of the coin. But I think in the end, to make a final decision for what feels right for you is what is in your heart. When do you feel like you're being a good person, making good decisions, thinking a good way, taking care of friends, family, with love in your heart and kindness towards everybody? That's the good way. And I think we're fighting an awful, awful evil right now that is divisive and just, it's terrible, evil, trying to divide us, trying to make us hate each other, trying to look at each other as the enemy. And you know in your heart that that's not right. So what we have to be careful of is that Aries energy that is still in the sun sign, and that's ruled by Mars, the god of war, so we can get very angry and impulsively angry and maybe make some impulsive decisions or things come out of our mouth when we didn't know they were going to come out, and they come out so quickly. And then Mercury, the planet of the mind, how we think, how we communicate, that is in Aries as well, and that's going retrograde, which is a difficult thing. When I find, for myself, being mercurial, mistakes are made by other people, appointments go awry, people, we have a different set of communication. I think I said the 30th, they think I said the 31st, I think I said 11 o'clock, they think you said 1. So this is where we have to keep backtracking and saying, just confirming the appointment, making sure we had the same conversation, making sure that mistakes don't happen. Mistakes can happen very easily during this time. And then you look at things, recognizing that there is so much riding on what our politicians are supposed to be doing for us and with us, instead of to us. That can be very difficult when the mind's not working right. On the 31st, Mercury is still in retrograde, but it goes so far back, it goes back into Pisces, which is a water sign. That might be a little bit more helpful in some ways, in that we might not be as willing to ignite, burst into flames, because it's a water sign. But it's two fish swimming in two different directions. So doesn't it feel like that right now, where everybody's going in a different direction, both mentally, emotionally, physically? And then Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and attraction, that's in Aries as well. That's going retrograde, backwards. All the energy is upside down. And that will be traveling backwards into Pisces on the 28th. And again, we're doubling up on the Pisces. So a little bit less fractious as far as bursting into flames, but a little watery and indecisive and pulling into two different directions. It could work for us and it could work right against us. It's really hard to figure this out right now. And Mars, the planet Mars, is in Cancer. That's a water sign. So it may be difficult for ourselves and our politicians to be firm. Water signs are fluid, flexible, hard to take a stand. The good thing is it could revolve around compassion and love and kindness if we all put our energy towards that. Maybe we can all just really concentrate on that and look at how could I help the planet, help the energy, help the collective consciousness by really focusing on kindness, community, caring for each other, looking around to see how can I help? What can I do to make somebody else's life fun or feel better? Maybe socializing with people that you care for that are fun, not always nagging at, complaining at, worrying about, just lightening up the mood a little bit. And then number 8 was given to us. When you take 8 and you combine it with where the planets are, this can be a very ambitious time and an extreme desire for power and money. That is a little bit scary considering the events that are going on in Canada and the United States. So these people that are prone to want money and power will feel more emboldened, more able to take risks. So we as little people that don't count will have to maybe take a stand or take more interest so that we can help direct power for the people instead of power for themselves, money for themselves. So we may have to kind of keep an eye on things and be a little bit more vocal. Be very careful about taking journeys right now with Mercury being in retrograde and the number 8 together. Journeys could be a little bit risky at this time. So just, make sure your car's in working order, the tires are all good. Don't trust anybody to drive properly. Trust in if Murphy's Law is going to happen, it's going to, and you're going to be right there to be way ahead of it. This is an energy field that lacks courage at times and endurance and mental balance. That's terrifying given the state of circumstances that we are in right now, because what we need is courage. What we need is endurance. And we really need mental balance. So if you find yourself slipping in that area, see if you can bolster yourself up. See if you can maybe help the person standing next to you to support them, to help them keep going. We have to fight right now. We have to stay in a mindset that is good for everybody, not just a few, but for everybody. So number 8 can help us if we collectively get our thoughts together and our energy, be more persistent and more tough if we really focus on that. And it's important to understand how to maintain a balance in life. Make sure you go have fun, have some joy in your life, but also stand up for what's right. This is what we're going to need to do, because there's a lot of consequences. There's causes right now and there's consequences, and we are all going to live with the consequences that a very few people are making, and we, the little guys, are going to have to live with this. So try to keep that in mind. Keep your mind in balance, keep your words in balance, the balance of giving and receiving. We're going to have to really be on top of that if we can. We're not going to bring peace or satisfaction to the world around us if it does not benefit others. And this is where we have to step into. How can I be of benefit? How can this situation be of benefit to others? And then, when that's satisfied, we'll be able to bring some peace. So they're looking to maybe look at your own character. Make sure it's the strongest part of you that you can make it. So strengthen up your character, strengthen up your determination, and really work hard to overcome obstacles. This is not the time to lay down and let people run roughshod over us. It's really important. The beginning of the week, we're looking at possible vulnerabilities in the calf, the ankle, and the shins. If you have a difficulty in that area, or your extremities, fingers, wrists, keep them warm. and keep them full of blood, like massage them, get them moving, but be very careful not to overturn your ankle or maybe muscle spasms in the calf at this time. If you take electrolytes, they may not hurt. And then towards the middle of the end of the week, more towards the end of the week, that's going to move down to the feet, the toes, and that psychic energy will start to kick in with that Pisces coming to us in both Mercury and in Venus, and it's also going to be in the moon. So it'll be a very, very psychic energy field, which will help us feel what's right and what's wrong and what we need to strive towards. Now on Saturday the 28th, the moon moves back into Aries, so that's going to be an impulsive, fiery kind of energy, and that can affect the head, the teeth, the tongue, the arteries. So if you're prone to headaches, you could possibly be enduring that there. But watch for fight. The god of war rules Aries. Watch for the feeling of wanting to fight or argue. I'm watching my dogs be a little bit knackier with each other. Even my parrots, they don't bite, but they're threatening. So I'm making peace with sunflower seeds and bits of walnut rather than go to war. Let's just break bread together here and see if we can come to a compromise. So that's it, kids. If you can, do the best you can to look around, see what others need. How can I help them? What can I do? Maybe it's just listening. Maybe our opinion doesn't need to be heard right now. Maybe we need to listen to each other and try to find a common ground somehow, some way. Just be good and send that energy of peace, love, and kindness out there. We need it right now. We're in a very, very, very dangerous time right now. On that note, I would like to thank our Charlie O'Brien for all the work he does on the podcast. He puts it on Spotify podcasts, on Apple iTunes, Amazon Music podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And when he gives me the YouTube link, I put it on Facebook. And I want to thank him profusely for that, and for you for listening to it as well. And he has created the website, www.terriworld.com, and he's archived a few of the 4 or 5 of the last podcasts that maybe you've missed or you'd like to revisit. And if you need a reading for yourself or any help with your animals, please give me a call or text 519-726-6699, or you can email me at terri.coutts@gmail.com. And if you want some fun in your life and you love music, tune into Charlie O'Brien's Big 8 Radio. He streams, so that's big8radio.com. Listening to all the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, all the oldies, makes your heart happy. Alrighty, thanks everybody. Please have a good week. Be good to each other. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Insights with Terri Coots. Visit Terri's website at terriworld.com. TERRI world.com.